Hey guys, Chris and Gina here.
Hello.
Harrison. You guys, we have something special for you today. We are in front of Murder House Productions, and this year's theme is resurrection. And I'm really curious as to what that means. So, last year, Aurora, who is a creator and mastermind of all of this that we're about to go check out,
Yes.
did a trick-or-treat theme, if you remember.
It was awesome.
It was very cool, so I'm very excited to see what she's put together this year.
Yes, it was very detailed, very awesome, cool effects, super fun.
And it smelled like candy when you walked up, which was really awesome.
It did.
So let's go knock on the door and go say hi.
Murder House Productions. Ooh, as long as the house don't murder us, we'll be okay. You gonna get in the queue line, buddy?
This is a good way to make a queue line, you know?
Yeah. They're pretty stable, too.
Aye.
He's probably like, what? 3 eyes? Where did she get these tombstones? These got really good sayings on them. I don't know why, but that Count Dracula tombstone's making me think of Count Chocula. The pumpkin from Trick or Treat. Sam's pumpkin. Whoa. Those look like some scary books. Maybe the Necronomicon. Or the book from Harry Potter. It doesn't bite, so it's not that book. This poor little furry creature from the forest has had an unlucky day getting caught in the cobwebs of doom on the murder house. Ooh, Millbury Farms. What kind of things do they farm here? Look at the aging on the lights there. Very cool. Whoa. What kind of cool bulb is that? Ooh, this looks like a good bedtime storybook to read to Harrison tonight.
Resurrection. This is a PG-13 walkthrough experience based on an original story created by Murder House Productions.
There's no turning back. And I have a rule. Do not die.
Look at who we found. It's Aurora. She is the mastermind creator of Murder House Productions. If you guys don't know her, please. She's got interviews from Midsummer Scream you just did. That is, I think, the most detailed one that you've done so far. And there's other little clips and stuff that people have posted on YouTube. Definitely go check out her background history and all of that kind of stuff if you want to know. Today, we are going to talk to her about her construction and her process and all that kind of stuff. She's going to walk us through. We're going to look at a detailed perspective. The stuff that you're not really going to get to see at nighttime, but we're going to show you in the daytime.
Yes! Welcome to Murder House Productions. Right this way. We just had our opening night last night, so this has to come up when we do our performances because this is a 3-car garage. Honey.
Very cool. And what is this material?
This is filter fabric. This is legit like our tried and true.
Okay.
It's like we used to use like black fabric from Joann's and stuff.
Yeah.
Then we found this like gardening fabric because like the yard was being done and the gardeners were using this stuff and we were like, what is that? It's black and it's in a roll. They had extra. We stole it for our haunt that year.
Cool.
And we were like, this is the best thing. We're never going back.
Does it still allow a little bit of light travel through it?
It does. It's not like duvetine. Which I learned from y'all. That's true.
That's just a little on the more
But this is probably a lot more inexpensive and stuff. That's a great alternative.
Yeah, this is a really good alternative because at night, black, darkness.
Yeah.
If you shine light on it, you can see these little holes, but still, it's a really good like background black to black. White.
Yeah, that's what I was noticing. I love the way that you blacked out the column inside of the house.
And you just put it up with using regular staples.
Just regular staples.
Awesome.
And we have all these trees bracketed to this just like unit back there.
Where did you get the trees?
The trees were cut down from a neighbor's yard. And we stole them. They were like, "Give me, I need it for my hut."
I noticed, if you notice, the sign's got some aging detail right here. The lamp she did. Look at this light right here. I mean, it's just like dusted. And what did you do to this light bulb to make it look so incredible?
I just, I hit it with some spray paint, and then that's just like some moss that's I think glued to it.
Yeah.
And the rest is just like paint, acrylic paint. brown and black paint. This one's all just acrylic paint. And then some dirt.
Okay.
That one is steel wool and vinegar.
Okay.
That's
So
really cool.
this one, I scrubbed it like crazy. Because, yeah, you can see in the, like, rust look.
Yes.
It's totally the steel wool
Yes.
mix. And then I just went over it with, like, Joanne's, like, moss and
Cool.
Spanish moss and then some dirt.
And what is your process for making the signs? How do you go about it?
So I project the image.
Cool.
Okay.
You know,
yeah,
project it.
old school. Yep,
trace it
theater
out.
style.
Old school.
Yeah.
You can kind of tell, you know, you look up
Hey,
close.
that's how we do most of them too.
You can, I mean, when I look at this, I totally get the theater sense of, you know, like the way that you do it, and it looks really good because, and it works so well with haunts, you know, because at nighttime it just really pops. It looks right, and it's got that theater storytelling
exactly.
look, you know.
You go for that like theatrical.
Exactly.
immersion.
And it looks so good at nighttime, you know?
It
It
does.
really does. 'Cause,
We have
you
a
know,
gobo on this,
Oh, cool.
so
Nice.
it's all broken up, and there's a story on this book right here. Kyle is like really good at making like pages. for all the
Yes,
books.
it looks great. Now, is all of this original
It's
writing?
all original. We wrote a story
That's
about
great.
the witch character
That's great.
Ooh.
involved in our walkthrough.
Nice.
And then that was, I just hit that with spray paint in there.
Yeah.
That looks awesome
And it
too.
goes on.
Is that okay?
It's
Very
like
cool.
one of those
Oh, that's
cool
a great
moving
one,
lanterns.
yeah.
Yeah.
Has a little fan in it.
From watching some of your past stuff, I know that you have always been inspired by Halloween Horror Nights and stuff, and
Yes.
the detail that and I can tell the level of detail that you put into your haunt.
Yeah.
It's definitely got that professional
Thank you.
look. So this is really neat.
I basically was just growing up obsessing over like very, very like environmental, very incredible theatrical, just like Wicked,
Yep.
basically.
Exactly.
Obsessing over their set design, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
and dark rides,
Yep.
Halloween Horror Nights. Those are the
Yeah.
things I just studied.
Yeah.
Like just watching videos, experiencing them in person, you know.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just love like realism.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And especially mixed with horror, realism makes it scary. I
Yeah.
think when it's real and you're not questioning, when it impresses the imagination and you're not questioning like, is this fake? When you're like, what is going on here? That's the goal, you know.
Exactly.
Making it so real that you know where you are.
Yeah.
Well, I'm super impressed with the outside. Let's take a look on the inside.
It's very dark.
Ooh.
I love that you even put wood chips right here. I mean, that's just an
Exactly.
extra detail.
We have the filter fabric on the ceiling here. That really works well, especially to hang because it's very lightweight and you just staple it in.
Thing about having these mirrors here is this poor little crow here must have flew into it. It's like a little plaster boulder.
Look, Harrison, there's a bird right there. I think he had an accident, though.
She's not doing good.
He's a little sick bird.
She had a hard night. That's actually her in her ultimate form.
Oh, wow.
She transforms into that. The whole purpose of this scene was we wanted to do a mirror effect.
Yes.
To
Okay.
make the forest look deeper.
And that works really great.
Yes! We love it too.
That is one huge bird skull. Kind of looks like the Skeksis guy from Dark Crystal.
It just makes the room look so much bigger as well.
It's amazing, isn't
Candles
it?
over there.
Yes.
These are just, 6 candles? And
Yeah,
it looks like
it looks like a lot.
Yeah.
Yes, we did the same thing with
Yes.
the hanging dummies. I mean, our little walkthrough we had one year.
Yeah.
We just put 2 dummies, but we put mirrors all the way up, and it just people were like, "What? Where do I go?" It's
That's a really
amazing
good
how it tricks
idea.
the mind in the dark.
Are those mirrors real mirrors? Are they plexiglass or
They're
are they?
real mirrors from my closet.
Oh, that's cool. You just pop the doors off.
Yeah, they are closet
There you go,
doors.
guys.
That's awesome.
So
And
no excuse for why you can't have a mirror in your hunt. You just take them
Take your
off of your room.
take your bedroom apart.
just get out of the closet and take the mirrors
Wow,
with it.
Harrison, look.
And
That's-
then we have it taped, but yeah, you can see like the metal from the closet
That is
door.
Okay.
awesome.
But we just cover it in duvetine.
That's
Black
great.
aluminum foil is just the absolute
Isn't that
best
awesome?
ever.
It is.
Because you can pin spot the lights so small.
Yep.
And we have all of our electronics over here. This basically controls our entire attraction.
Okay.
All the lighting and audio effects that you hear and see are controlled by these Fright Ideas Pico devices. So we have
Okay.
the Pico effects, Peekaboo AC. To control our stuff that is all triggered, we have a button over here that controls this whole sequence in here.
Nice.
Do you find those are easy to use? Pretty straightforward? and all that
Very
kind of stuff?
easy to use, straightforward. And we have these dimmer boxes for our LEDs. They're very, very cheap. I bought like a pack of 7, I think.
Okay.
For like $10, $15. Oh, and this fan's going on right now. We have a wind effect in here.
Cool.
Very
so
cool.
that's controlled by the Pico Boo. Oh, and then there's the strobe. The whole sequence just went.
Now that's one thing I noticed when we went through your trick or treat haunt was your strobe light effects and stuff, and it's amazing how that adds so much to the scares.
Exactly.
You know, when the scare actors pop out.
It's
and
that
stuff,
disorienting feeling when
Yep.
they come out. It's just like in a horror movie when a jump scare happens. If it is a jump scare, if that's what you intend for, it is not silent usually. There is a loud noise. There is some flash of image of a scary face or in the character or something.
Yeah.
So that's basically what we try to recreate. Halloween Horror Nights obviously utilizes those same techniques. And I'm very inspired by it and just how it adds to the rest of the experience. The atmosphere audio that we have in this attraction sort of cushions all those scares that you hear.
Okay.
And so those scares that you hear are just little like blurbs from within the atmosphere, just like breaking the scene and causing that scare. And the silence sometimes is just not good enough.
Yeah.
If it's silent and an actor comes out and makes a noise, you know, I think that's kind of old. It's
Yeah.
kind of old school.
Yeah, sometimes they relied on like slapping a wall or trying to make a bang themselves. Is that part of the reason why you only have 3 people at a time? Because there's time for resetting for
Absolutely.
the. Okay, I got it.
You have to
I got
reset.
it.
Say we have like 3 positions in a haunt, even though that we don't, and that's really small. 3 positions. We tell the first actor, if there's a group of 3, you scare the first person. Then we tell the second actor,
Okay.
if there's a group of 3, you scare the second person.
Okay.
And then it continues from there. So that's what we try to do, is make sure everyone going through, at least if it's 3 people, everyone's getting scared.
Okay.
Hopefully. Sometimes with the triggers, though, definitely hard to time up.
Yeah.
Because it's just an audio cue.
Yeah.
You can't get as like creative with it to
Right.
where like you can like work your way around scaring more than one person. It's kind of just like the same every time, and you have to just time it up right.
Yeah. Well, I'm
So-
glad you told me that because I usually always make Gina go first and I hide behind her.
Right? See, if you came first or through, you'll get it. The character comes from here
Okay.
and pushes everyone towards this scene
way.
here.
Oh.
Toward the barn.
Wow.
The barn.
So this is like our
Oh, nice.
our like main attraction right here, like a
That's
front
awesome.
yard thing.
Yes.
And we just tipped it over. I just wanted a bashed windmill.
Yeah, right?
Into the. I've always wanted. I've always wanted a windmill in general.
Did that come from a neighbor's house too? Or?
Well, I'll tell you what came from a neighbor's house is this ginormous barn. Actually,
That's awesome.
These are fence panels.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
That we stole off the side of the street. Of
They were-
course, we asked the neighbors
Sure.
first, but we took their fence.
After we killed him.
Just gonna see their heads in the trees. No, so this is a bar facade that
That's
I have
really
a lovely
cool.
contractor friend who helps us build everything, make sure everything's safe, and he
Yes.
helped design this.
Now I can see your garage door.
Yes, you
opening
can.
right there. Have you attached the wood to that?
No, it's actually just sitting right around it, so it's undisturbed right now.
Very cool.
Of course, I need to respect the structure
Yeah,
of the
right.
house, of course. But yeah, I made all these signs, that one and that one.
Great.
It's
I'm just
cool.
looking at all the detail. I mean, everything has got some kind of aging or paint on it.
I don't think they could have got a better free fence for this theme. Hey, we have this wagon wheel, but this one is in way better condition. Ours is missing like spokes and stuff. Might have to go put this in the car. Just kidding. It looks like someone from the walkthrough last night had an unlucky time right here. Whoa.
Now, do you have a scare actor in this room or no?
Not in this room. This room right here actually sets up
Cool.
the next scare, which is right through this way. Now, what we have utilized for the first time ever is textured floors.
Oh.
Okay.
We're going for the realistic sensory
Nice.
stuff. Textured floors is like, it's really weird when you're walking over a flat, like, ground surface.
Yes.
And then suddenly there's, like, this
Something
cushion.
else,
You're like,
yes.
what am I stepping on? So we emptied a bale of hay.
Nice.
So be very careful. No one can come
That's
through
really
with
neat.
open-toed shoes.
Yeah.
It sells the sense of being in a
There's my
barn,
Dr.
for sure.
Pepper.
Hey, I did the same thing. I always accidentally leave my coffee cup or something like that.
And I'm just hiding it right behind there. So this whole part right here is built out of pallets.
Okay.
Cool.
So we have pallets galore.
Now, where are you picking up your props for this year? Are you using stuff that you already have? Or are you going to yard sales?
We
or thrift stores?
find things usually on the side of the road. Best place to look for roadside free stuff is Facebook Marketplace. In our experience, we found this whole thing, and yeah, it's all stuff that we collected. We found just like a bunch of shovels and stuff on the side of the road.
Yeah.
And that was just like exactly what we needed.
Some of these tools look like they're in better shape than the ones I have. Got pickaxes and saws and shovels and pretty much everything that Jason needs to murder people. Whoa, look at that little Easter egg right there. I see a little Tower of Terror Easter egg right there. Yeah, there's a few really cool tools I've seen on the side of the freeway too, but I'm always scared to like try to get out and chase after it. But there's like ladders and all kinds of stuff that can fall off cars.
We use that in our trick-or-treat maze.
It's like a trailer fender or something right there. They're safe with fire extinguishers, that's good. Little fans for their scare actors. I love all the jute netting that they got hanging down here. I don't like it when the strings touch my face. It scares me.
So the whole barn is overgrown with plants. That's part of our storyline. So we just took all those cut down plants and placed them around. We bracket them with plumbing.
Yeah.
Or like metal plumbing.
Okay, the little straps, the plumbing straps? Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. I love it how it smells in here too. It's got the burlap and the straw from the bale of it just like you said, there's all kinds of sensory overloads right now.
Exactly.
It's
I love
pretty
smells.
cool.
That's like one of my favorite things. This right up here is just it's spray foam with butcher paper underneath.
Okay.
So the trees are attacking the barn. The roof is caved in right over here. These are just
Nice.
2x4s, like as the roof beams.
Yeah.
And there's some LEDs that are on up there.
And they look like they're
Low
flickering.
voltage LEDs, and they're flickering.
Nice. I love how they thought of having a tree falling down through the roof and then wood caving down on top of you. It's a great place to hide speakers. One thing I noticed too, Aurora, about your haunt last year is the lighting. It's so awesome. It was hard to film anything, but I know that's not what the goal is. But it was amazing because you go in there and it was just enough light for us to see. And it was spooky. It was scary. It was funny though because I got home and I'm like, well, I can't use half this stuff because it was a little too dark. But it's all right.
With our trick-or-treat attraction, that was that Midsummer Scream. The lighting in certain parts was definitely brighter than this.
Okay.
This lighting in here is just more of that. It's very, very dark.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be
You want it like
videographed,
that.
basically.
Yeah.
So it's just experienced in person, you know.
Yep.
And
Exactly.
that's just the real part about it is you're experiencing it all in person.
Yep.
And it's all basically like a nightmare you're having, this experience. So in nightmares it's dark.
Yes.
And it gets loud and
I think
possibly smelly.
it appears that someone was injured here, would be my guess. They also might have ruined their article of clothing. Got caught on that little piece of wood right there.
This is a scare.
Okay.
Burst it through the wall right here. We just carved that out with a jigsaw. Ow. And back there it's all smoothed for the actors so they're not getting hurt or anything. And we also cover the hide. Since it lights up in there, we covered the hide in jute to disguise the black wall a little bit more.
Okay.
Because there's nothing that breaks a scene more than a black wall.
Yeah.
When you're going through a themed attraction, it
Yes.
breaks the illusion and instantly makes the sense of disbelief is it's thrown off. And so we try and hide everything.
I think I know what you're talking about though, because it's a lot like if you look off to the wings on the theater stage.
Yeah.
It kind of, and you see where the actors walk off.
Exactly it.
Yeah.
And
So
we
does
were-
the scare actor have another place that they, since that in that position, do they have another place that they can run off to scare, or is it
Yes,
just?
they do. It's a double scare.
Ooh,
So over here, this is
stringy.
one of the bloodiest rooms that we have.
Looks like some chicken for dinner.
What these are over here are boas from the dollar store.
Great.
Wow.
So feather boas from the dollar store and permablood. And there's the scare right over here.
Okay.
The actor scares on this side and then just sneaks right over here and gets them again.
Wow.
And this is a double-sided scare, which is very, very cool in this intimate space that we have here.
Yeah.
There's a scare right in there. There's an actor that's right in front of all the axes and sickles, and he is the farmer. And I won't give anything else away, but
That's awesome.
he is right there. Yeah, and we didn't want to do just black. You know, we wanted
Yeah.
these bloody axes.
Yes.
Represents the storyline.
Ugh. Looks like Michael or Jason's been doing some handiwork in here. This is like what it looks like when Kevin McAllister's booby traps go wrong.
And then this next part right here is my personal favorite. It is the tree growth
Okay.
section. So the barn has been overgrown by vines.
Okay.
The witch character is cursing humanity and causing these giant vines to rise from the ground. So it's a little bit of a jungle in here.
Wow.
These vines are butcher paper covered with spray foam. And yeah, it's very, very messy. And this took a lot of time.
What about
How
each
many
one of your
candles?
vines?
These
Spray
vines
foam.
right here are it's latex and
Okay.
paper towels
Okay.
coated brown. So
Wow.
I just crinkled a roll of paper towel and just latexed them all together, and it created this long vine.
You just stapled them up to the...
Stapled it up there. And
It's
there's-
amazing you've even put that stuff on the roof to cover up all
Covered
your...
the whole
some-
room. And we have a sensor right here in the wall that triggers a lighting effect.
It's neat how they have this kind of low, so as you walk by you have to kind of bend down through all these vines. It really adds to the scare factor. And I really don't like going through these vines or them touching me.
All the hay has carried itself out of the barn, but we have to clean it up before Friday.
Yeah.
But there's mulch under here
Okay.
to add more of a rough texture as
Yep.
you get into the forest again. To create these, we
Yeah.
probably went through 15
Wow.
cans. There was more than just this used.
Yeah.
And you will see that in this next section. Out of the vine room.
Oh, looks like you got a bunch of old Christmas trees or something.
Merry Christmas. Who's in the mood?
That's awesome.
So we bought like a bunch of smaller Christmas trees.
Yeah.
And broke them up, and then these trees right here are made out of quick tubes and
Yep.
butcher paper.
That's
Crinkled
neat.
up. And yeah, we ripped up a Christmas tree and just sticked bits of it in here to create these pine trees.
That's perfect.
And
It's
they're just all
amazing.
bracketed up onto beams up there.
It's awesome how you can change a Christmas tree that's like normally just a triangular fake tree
Exactly.
and make these little branches like
Into
this. That's a
this-
really good idea.
Fluffy forest we have over here.
I love it. It's a lot like it's like the ET ride, like the old ET ride.
Ride. That is my life. That is my oxygen. Like, I swear, we just went to Orlando and did that ride.
You didn't have any of this though at Midsummer, did you?
We had these Christmas trees and these tree trunks,
Okay.
but these were not stuck in there. So we did some more work on them.
Okay.
But we did have a lot of these, all these actually for Midsummer, but they were placed way differently. And they're just like, up there. To make it look-
I'm sorry, did you say you bought these?
We
Or
bought them.
Wow.
They're like houseplants.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So
I love using Christmas trees.
Whoa. So what are we looking at here? This
this
is
is a giant snake that our witch character resurrects. It is the only thing in the entire attraction that is blue.
Okay.
So it stands out and it sprays fog.
I bet that really
Sends
gets
you
them
to
screaming, huh?
Bloody heck.
That is completely unexpected, you guys.
So it is a giant head. Woo! So how I made it.
Yes.
I just birthed it myself. I made it out of cardboard.
Okay.
And spray foam. And then I covered that spray foam with shop towels and glue.
Okay.
Shop towels and glue mixture. So it's like pretty durable. And then I just painted it. I made the teeth out of foam.
Yep.
And ran a fog tube through it. It's pretty lightweight if you feel it.
Yeah.
And it's just, suspended by bungee cords.
Yeah.
The actor controls the fog on it.
That is so cool.
And,
Harrison, what does a snake say?
Good job. Let me see what it looks like inside this. That's so cool. She really turned a few pieces of cardboard and some hard work and really made a really neat scare prop.
yeah,
Wow.
it's a strip of duvetine to cover the actor's feet that's controlling you from behind. And it lunges. I'm going to operate it and show you.
Okay.
Reminds me of the Fantastic Dragon. For
Yeah.
whatever reason.
Yeah.
Watch this.
Look at. Wow. Ooh. That's so cool.
So we have a blackout actor out there controlling that effect.
Very
Okay.
awesome.
And there's a character where Kyle is standing that comes out to bring this giant snake to life.
So the people are going to be looking at the scare actor over here,
Exactly.
completely unaware about the ginormous
The ultimate
snake.
distraction.
This is a double hide.
This is a double hide as well. This actually leads right into the forest. The
Okay.
first forest scene. So and then this one is controlled. You can see the
That's-
lights go up, and you'll see the strobes go on right now. Clickety clackety.
That's so
and then
awesome,
that
you guys.
comes out and blasts fog. We use quick blast, Froggy's fog.
That's
For that
awesome.
one.
Now, do you guys put any kind of scents? Because I think you had some in your trick-or-treat maze
We actually, right now, this fog machine we used for trick or treat had a pumpkin spice smell.
Okay.
So this snake is breathing pumpkin spice in your face. Happy Halloween. But also, we have a crypt smell
Okay.
throughout the attraction, which
Nice.
smells like dirt
Yep.
and fresh earth. It's incredible. And this one, actually, we're going to probably put like a pine smell in. So when it breathes out at you, you can smell the like fresh forest around
Yeah.
you. Because that's the whole theme of the maze, is all the forest as well as the animals are being brought to life. So at
Okay.
the end, it's just like, Earth, I'm here.
All right, she's got all these amazing trees in here. Do you want to tell us how you constructed these?
Yes, so these are quick tubes, concrete form quick tubes that I got from Home Depot. And this is butcher paper that we crinkled up before stapling to the quick tube. We had to just crinkle it, like you have to have 2 people at a time because it takes a while.
Oh, yeah.
And it really kind of hurts your hands. It's very tedious, but you crinkle it all together like an accordion. And then you just like tape it over and then staple it in. That's how we did this. And then we went over with a sprayer and sprayed it brown. We spent a lot of time. I've made like 4 or 5 different like trees out of different methods that I've used. I made one out of just the quick tubes and spray foam. I've made some out of like just butcher paper and spray foam and like not a quick tube. I've made one out of chicken wire and monster mud, and this is just like the easiest of them all, I think.
Yeah.
It's the butcher paper. It's the cheapest, it's the quickest, it's the easiest, and under the right lighting, it has just the right amount of texture.
It really does. It really does. I mean, just from right here, doesn't that look like a real tree, you guys? I mean, and look at that one. I mean, even just the depth of it. And I know that the lights are on right now, but you can just even see the darker that we get, how real that looks.
Yeah, and especially if you accent it with a angled light, it'll really catch that bark effect.
Now, you didn't put any, you didn't mark any of that. That's just the folds that are creating that shadow, right?
Just the folds.
That's
Yep, you
amazing.
just crinkle it up, and when you staple it onto the form, you still gotta go in after, especially after you spray it.
Mhm.
You still gotta go in and crinkle it some more, But I definitely would love to try out a method sometime of doing like a fully sculpted tree out of clay.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. And then just having a mold to like cast just a bunch of different trees. That's
Yeah.
totally what Halloween Horror Nights does.
Yes.
And those trees are really cool. But all these trees are unique since
Yeah.
they're all crinkled, you know.
And I just noticed that you have a green storage tub right there. What a great idea.
Definitely. to
And
make
this is
that-
holding your Christmas tree in there, right?
And it is indeed, and it is also making the tree way taller.
Yes, it is. Look at that. It's giving it
feet
height,
taller.
but it doesn't matter because you're not going to really be looking at your feet at that moment, but it's green and it blends in. What a great idea.
Absolutely. We hide some wires over there with some real plants that we cut down as well, mixed into the artificial stuff.
Yeah.
And we have lights hidden above.
Now, do you use any green lighting in this room, or is it all just like ambient?
It's a cool white.
Okay.
So what my favorite tone of lighting is cool white for an exterior scene.
Okay.
Is a cool color to look like it's the moonlight. It's the moonlight color
Yeah.
in this scene specifically. And but if I were going for a more sinister theme with maybe a fire in the room, I would go for like amber lighting.
Yeah.
Or warm white.
Right.
So I definitely, those color tones are important. And I've kept a dull, like earthy tone throughout the whole maze. So this guy, just this snake right
Yep.
here that stands out among the green and brown trees.
Now, have you stood like behind this tree and watched people scream yet?
I need to do that
You
more.
should.
I need to
You should
film
just
it
come in
and-
here and like watch people's reactions.
Take
Maybe
it
like
all in.
stand right there one night and just like
Yes.
wait for it.
I wish I could have a camera placed in here,
Yes.
getting everyone's reactions. I really
Yes.
would love to do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then you're in the resurrection room, which is it's the
Whoa.
grand finale after
Whoa.
the finale, basically.
That's so awesome.
Wildfire.
Wildfire.
Okay, so you guys have, is that like a black light paint?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's glowing in black light, which there's a little strip right above this beam. So there's our last scare that gets you right over
Okay.
here. Do you want to hear it?
Sure.
All right. And that's resurrection.
That was scary. Now, are these just old radios and boom boxes and stuff, or are they more computer speakers?
Yeah, so these, the boy tones, are,
Yeah.
we utilize these for most of the scares, and they are like a PC kind of
That can
computer
be
speaker,
connected.
but they connect just to our Pico devices.
Yeah.
And then we have our wired buttons for all of them, so they just make it pretty simple to
Yeah.
do the trigger.
Very cool. Oh, wow.
Pumpkin time.
You guys, where did you get this?
That's his pumpkin from now on.
Where did you guys get those at? That's a great idea.
Well, I looked
too.
up how to get strip curtains, and then I came across stripcurtains.com, and I went, well,
That's a great one. That's awesome.
So, yeah,
You can reuse those every year for.
every year.
Yeah.
Incredible. I have them forever and ever and ever.
Look at how awesome her signs are. These are so professional. Did you have these printed out?
Yeah, we just got them printed at Kinko's,
Okay.
FedEx, and
Yeah.
then
Do you mind telling us about how much it costs to get it printed?
it costs like $70.
Okay, and you
there.
got 2 signs?
So we have 2 of them. This
Okay.
one and the thank you sign.
Awesome.
And they are lit with these lights that we found on Amazon. They're pretty cheap and they're battery powered.
Oh, so they stand alone.
They stand alone. There's no need for wiring, and you just turn it on,
Well, look at that.
and it produces a really, really good amount of light. I think you could get them in warm white and cool white
Cool.
if you're picky.
Yeah.
So that's how we light our signs, because it's very important. We want people to read it.
Oh, yeah.
You know, haunt rules and everything.
This is where it's okay to have a little extra light on it.
Yes, it is. And the filter fabric right next to it really, it doesn't get caught in too much light. It definitely absorbs a lot of the light so you don't see it. So these guys
Look at that.
that I created here are just styrofoam wig heads
Wow, look
cut
at that.
up with scissors.
She's even still got her necklace,
that
you guys.
silly?
That is detail right there.
And the main attraction. Look at those lashes. Look at
that.
those lashes.
Poor thing, she was all done
Poor
up and
dearie.
had a bad night.
So these are styrofoam wig heads from Joann Fabrics. We cut it up with fabric shears, and we used perma blood to get that shiny, bloody effect. I used my makeup to coat the white styrofoam wig head, so
That's
it
really
was
smart.
the skin color.
Yes.
And this girly has the guts coming out of her neck. This is creepy cloth
Oh.
covered in perma blood.
Nice.
And it just adds that like texture to,
Yeah, look
to
at
the
that, you guys.
styrofoam. But yeah, these are so cheap, and this is a really, really cheap wig that I found online. So to make this whole thing is like
Couple
10
bucks, yeah.
$5 is very, very, very cheap. But perma blood is definitely a tried and true for a lot of haunters.
Yes.
It's just that shiny blood that dries and sets, and coating it against the styrofoam, it just looks like guts.
Yeah.
Really nasty.
Looks really, really fresh and good. Look at this, you guys. Check this guy out.
This demon sheep was made by lovely, lovely, lovely makeup artist of ours.
Wow.
It's beautiful, and these are from Party City and Spirit Halloween.
With some bonus blood on it.
With some extra blood. We like to alter all the stuff that we buy, so
Yes.
it's original,
Yeah.
and it's not fresh out of the bag.
Right.
That's something important. Is just like,
But it is fresh.
it is fresh. I made it the maze around the snake.
Yeah.
I knew I wanted to just do this giant crazy prop.
Yeah.
And I just always dreamt of it.
Yeah.
And I've seen tutorials, and that's how I learn. I found a video online, and I just took what I needed from it. I learned what I needed, like your guys' videos. I take what I learned from incredible, inspiring haunters and souls like my own, and then I applied it, and that's my biggest accomplishment. I'm the most proud of that.
That's
because
awesome.
It just tops everything.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
So I'm very, very proud of that. It's been the most fun to do. And seeing that thing come to life was like, let me have a drink. Like, let me relax now. I did it. That was everything.
For your opening yesterday, did you feel like it got the reactions and
my
stuff from people that you were really hoping it was going to do?
Totally. And I even got some like videos of
Oh,
people
that's
getting
awesome.
scared by it and being pushed out of the room. I have to put this like thing right here so
Yeah.
people don't fall.
Yep.
But that was my favorite thing. Also, just my favorite thing in general was just like writing. Since it's an original story.
Absolutely.
It just seeing a creation of your own that you thought through so deeply and spent so much time doing, that you wrote especially, is so fulfilling. So the fulfillment definitely this year is very great. Compared to last year, which was astronomical. This tops it even more.
That's so cool.
So I'm very proud of the work that we've done.
I'm sure that you're going to see more and more people this year too. Like every year it's going to just get bigger and bigger, and someday you're going to be like, oh, I can't even do it at this house anymore.
Right? Honestly, I love that people enjoy it, and it really is for everyone.
Yeah.
But it also, if no one came, I would still be happy doing it.
Absolutely.
The process of it all
Absolutely.
is the best.
Thank you so much
Thank
for your
you.
tour. You guys, this was amazing. If you're local and this gets out in time, please come and check it out. And if not, where can we find you online?
mhphaunt on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and YouTube as well.
Okay,
mhphaunt.
cool. Yeah, so hope you guys really enjoyed that. It was amazing. I learned
So
a ton of
amazing.
stuff too, and
Totally.
maybe in a year we'll put some of her practices to use in our own haunt.
Oh my gosh. I would love it. Oh, thank you guys so much.
Oh, yeah,
It's been so much
absolutely.
fun.
Yes, yes, yes. Bye.
Bye, guys.